going down to... where am I going exactly?
The Arctic Circle.
Arctic Circle, that's the one I was looking for. I know it's Norway, but the Arctic Circle, I was looking for that, yes.
Yes. Do you think you're equipped?
Depends what am I doing. What am I doing?
Eating steak, apparently. I don't know.
I can eat steak, yes. What else?
What else are you doing? Skiing with Jens Petter Hauger's father, I think. That was...
I never skied before.
But
Getting in the water like Nico.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I've got the body for that now.
Skinny dipping.
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Sauna.
Oh.
Yes.
Get hot and steamy.
Oh.
Why is everyone like... Oh, my
That
God.
went flat, didn't it?
Do you do the sauna and get hot and steamy? No?
Yeah.
You're just going to be like Sanka in Cool Running.
Very out of place. Thierry, it was a special
people
night
say
in the
we don't
Champions
leave.
League.
Sorry?
It was a special night in the
No,
Champions
I want to talk
League,
about
this one.
something. And you have,
About
I'm as we all know, I'm very Barca. Played
Sorry,
there.
David.
I'm very Barcelona.
Yeah.
Or, as you say, Barcelona. I don't know why, but it's Barcelona.
Barcelona.
But you have to give Madrid a lot of credit. You have to give the credit. Nobody saw that coming. And nobody saw Valverde scoring a hat-trick. Anyone that said that Valverde was going to score a hat-trick is a liar. So, but I want to talk about the team effort that they had today. That's how you win games. Everybody was defending for everybody. And Valverde will get his reward because he's been a great servant for the club, and scoring 3 goals for him doesn't happen, or never happen, actually. So you have to give them credit. But I want to talk about, I don't know how to say his name, Pitarch, because I watched it closely tonight. What a game he had. He was running for everybody. And I don't know what they put in that shirt. I don't know what they put in that jersey. I really don't. It's obviously a joke what I'm going to say because I don't want to wear that jersey. But maybe if I put it on, it might help me to get my hair back. They put something in it. When they play in the Champions League, I don't know what it is. When they put that shirt, I said at the beginning of the game that it's a heavy shirt. And then you have to battle against team that won in that competition. It's not easy. It's heavy. But in the Champions League, yes, it is heavy. I know it's a heavy shirt. But I don't know why when they put it on, it looks like players are different. It is different. And so you have to give them that credit because that's the team right now in the first leg where I didn't expect that from Real Madrid. So as much as it pains me to say, well done.
If you were watching over on CBS Sports Network, no, on the Golasso show, where is that? On the CBS Sports Network? What's happening?
If you're watching the Golasso show,
There's no
If you're watching that with Nico and Nigel,
cute.
I'm more confused about where it is. But if you're
Wherever
watching
you
that,
are,
very
you're welcome.
warm welcome
Come on
to
in.
our show. We're happy to have you with us. And Micah is going to tell you what is coming up next on the post-game show.
No, I can't do it.
Oh, you can. Give it some energy.
Interviews.
Bodo won. Come on.
Bodo won. Man City lost.
Come on, buddy love.
It's been a great night in the Champions League. Come on.
Come on, Jamie, do it for me.
It's been a fantastic night in the Champions League. This is what it's all about. Goals last night, goals tonight. And I think the best game in the tournament so far was that we're going to analyse, which was PSG 5, Chelsea 2. Don't go away. Make sure you're back in a couple of minutes.
Hi, welcome back. Welcome to London. It is so good to have you with us. What?
On what? Which channel?
We're on CBS Sports Network, probably, and Paramount Plus for sure. Yes, there we go. Got it right. It's been a strange couple of days in the Champions League. Not a great couple of days for the Premier League sides. 4 losses, 2 draws in their round of 16 fixtures. And as far as the top 8 goes, those top 8 teams that finished
In the top 8.
in the top 8. I was going to say finished in the positions that allowed them to bypass the round of 16, if you'd let me finish. But anyways, only one of those teams won, which was?
Who won?
Yeah, finished in the top 8 and won.
Oh.
In the round of 16, only one of those teams.
Oh, sorry. I didn't... Galatasaray? No,
didn't finish in the top 8.
I know. It was a guess.
No, it was wrong. Bayern Munich.
Give me Bayern.
Okay, sorry.
Jeez.
I should have given you more time for Matt to jump in your ear. Real Madrid against Manchester City, 3-0 the final score.
Well, don't let me take
Micah,
the goals. Let them take the
Micah,
goals,
take
man.
it.
Honestly,
Analyse your team.
Yesterday,
No,
we gave it to...
I'm not.
It was where it went wrong.
You know what? Give me the goals. Kylie roll red, please. Honestly, I mean, Topo there. Could he not wait
It was a tackle.
a fraction later and just...
But you know what's interesting? I was just thinking about it. We don't know for certain that it might be Pep's last season at Manchester City, and it's going to be tough to overturn that. And that would mean how long's he been there? 9 years, 10 years?
9, 10 years, yeah.
Won Champions League. And I think they'd be disappointed with that. I think when you bring Pep Guardiola in and you think you're going to have him for 10 years, I think you'd be disappointed with only one Champions League. But what's funny, at Manchester City, they've had some really bad defeats in the Champions League. You know, almost not to teams they shouldn't lose to. Even on this show, was it Lyon? I think the first time we did this show. Yeah, I think Monaco early on, losing to Chelsea in a final. Chelsea are a good team, obviously, but they weren't as good as City.
This Madrid comeback. Do you remember when there was comeback?
He's had some really bad defeats in the Champions League, and this I think is up there with some of them I mentioned, because that is not a great Madrid team. I mean, early on in the game, we thought that was going to be a couple of goals for City. I mean, it was so easy for Man City in that game, but to lose so badly, and it could have been more. Could have been 4-0. That's a real. He's had some bad ones with Manchester City in the Champions League, and that's right up there with some of the others.
Guillaume Balaguer was over at the game in Madrid for us tonight. He's spoken to Trent Alexander-Arnold.
I sang his praise a few weeks ago, but again, running out of words to describe him. I think he's the most underrated footballer on the planet and has been for years. And even when I wasn't here, I've admired his game so much because there's no flaw in it. There's nothing he can't do. The energy and what he brings to the team is absolutely immense. And he never moans. He gets on with the game and pushes himself to the limit, game in, game out. And, you know, it's an incredible trait to have. And, you know, whether people agree or not, he's definitely in the top tier of midfielders on the planet and has been for years.
Yes, sir. Yeah. We're also going to show you the goals from the game. It was a really exciting game between PSG and Chelsea. We'll do that in just a second. Hello, welcome along. Let's talk about another game of football, which was just a great game of football tonight between PSG and Chelsea. PSG winning ultimately 5-2. For a while there, though, it looked like Chelsea could have a real legitimate chance of knocking PSG out ultimately in this tie, Jamie. It was a good game of football. It
was a brilliant game. I think the best game, well, certainly I've seen in the Champions League this season. And Chelsea didn't deserve to lose 5-2, but they've only got themselves to blame for that. You know what? I've been critical of Chelsea for a long time. We've had debates on it, but I'm being deadly serious. They can't go any further until they sort the goalkeeping issue out. And I've been saying this consistently. The new ownership have come in and spent absolutely billions, right? And right now, looking at the team, they've got some great players in the team. And I think in these early stages, Rosini has been brilliant. I thought Rosini as a manager tonight, looking how he set the team up, caused PSG real problems. They didn't deserve to lose, as in the way the game was set up and how they played, but big mistakes cost them at centre-back and goalkeeper. And that has been an issue, and it will continue to be an issue for any Chelsea manager going forward when they're trying to win the Premier League and the Champions League, because they're a million miles off it. And that's why they've lost tonight. Not because they haven't got great attacking players or the manager knows what he's doing. Tactically, they were fantastic tonight, but they were let down by a mistake by the goalkeeper at 2-2, and then the game is just completely unravelled, and now it almost looks like they've got no chance of getting through.
Shall we look at the clips?
Let's see them.
Yeah. First goal, 10 minutes in, Bradley Barcola, Thierry. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Good to have you still with us. Peter Schmeichel was over in Paris tonight to watch PSG beat Chelsea 5-2, and he has spoken to your guy, Micah. Kvaratskhelia. Here we go.
Well, first of all you need is 30 minutes to become man of the match. 30 minutes. You don't have to play 90 minutes anymore. But you looked, because the TV cameras actually cut to you a couple of times, you looked very disappointed that you weren't starting this game. And then you came on, became man of the match. How was that?
Yeah, of course. I think there is no football player that wants to start on the bench. So, but we know that we have very good players in the attack. So, I respect what coach decides. I will concentrated. For me, doesn't matter. It will be 10 or 90 minutes. I want to give my 100%. So I did today, and I think it's not only my performance, it was team performance very good, and we won against Chelsea with 3 more goals. So it's important. We have next game, and we just have to be focused because it's nothing finished.
It is in many ways it's an unbelievable result, or the scoreline 5-2, because a long time into the game, it never looked like a 5-2 game. It actually looked like it's going to stay 2-2, and that would have been a fair result. But you now got this cushion.
Yeah. I think the great thing for me it was that even it was 4-2, we wanted to score more goal, and we were in the last section. We did like great job. All the players we made very good counter-attack. So. I think this is the main reason for PSG that we want to continue, and we will try to do everything for this Champions League and for the League One.
And you come in a year ago, and literally not this time, but a little bit earlier, and that's when PSG started to take off. Do you see similarities to last season and now?
Yeah, of course. I think in the last year also in the start it was difficult, but after the team handled it, so. I think, I hope it will be the same in this year, but of course we have to focus with our game, and we just have to try everything with what we can.
Yeah. Well, wish you good luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good. Always good to hear from Peter over there in Paris. We'll hopefully hear from him again before the night is out. Your thoughts, Thierry, because obviously, like Jamie was saying, you know, Chelsea were very much in that game for a large period of that game until it ran away from them at the very end. What was the issue for Chelsea tonight?
The quality of both players finishing, they made a mistake, but we called it out. That's how they play. They play out from the back. They will overplay. They will try to play. But like I said, that's how he likes to play, Rossegna. So there's no point to try to argue, kick it out or not kick it out. That's what they will do. And that plays into the hand of Paris Saint-Germain. We all know that's what they try to do and put pressure. So at one point, when you have a guy like Kvaratskhelia that can come off the bench, and play Dembele, and then switch it, and then Doué, and then Barcola, and then I said at the beginning of the game, if he clicks and they get upset, you're in trouble against Paris Saint-Germain. The only thing is, at the moment, there is a lack of consistency with that team. But what I love about this team, I would have to say, and Kvaratskhelia just said it, you can be upset. You have the right to be upset when you go on the bench. But don't go on the field upset, I should have started, type of thing. And when he came on, you could see he was upset. But then he backed it up with scoring 2 goals and giving an assist, which that's the attitude you need to have. But yes, Chelsea will die like that. They try to play. That's the philosophy of the coach, whether you like it or not. But you have to respect it.
Yeah, I mean, I think in football, the reason we're saying Chelsea played well was one of the reasons the goalkeeper was involved. Thierry's analysis before the game was brilliant. You know, they use the goalkeeper, and that's why they keep the ball so well, because they've got an extra man. So they do that in the first half and throughout a lot of the game. But I do think if you do the same thing all the time, people know what you're going to do, basically. And I'm a big believer in game management, or game state, I should say. You're away in Paris Saint-Germain. The game's tight. I'm not sure it's 2-2. I'm not saying that you kick everything long, but he's trying, I think, with his left foot, his weak foot, to pass a ball into midfield to a player who's marked. It doesn't actually get there. It gets cut out by the guy who's closing them down. But I just think in certain situations, knowing where you are, Paris Saint-Germain, away from home, are we happy with a 2-2? Yeah. Do we need to take the risk of playing that ball? Can it go along that one, or can it go wide? I've said before, I've analysed Rosenior's Chelsea, that they I shouldn't use the word obsession. It's how he likes to go about it. They go through the middle first, then they go wide. The goalkeeper should not be trying to play a ball through the centre of the pitch there in that situation when the game stays at 2-2 away from home in the Champions League.
Anything to add, Micah?
Well, we've got about 20 seconds before we've got to go, so...
Have we?
Yeah, I can hear someone counting down.
You can fit something in there.
We're going to another channel, right?
Yeah, to another channel, but yeah. PSG have got players
what channel
who
it
can
is?
hurt you.
Yes, I do.
It's
Where are we going?
No, can you not hear it now?
I've got it now. I didn't have it then 15 seconds. But go on, you can get something in. You've got 5 seconds.
PSG took the moment. Simple as that.
If you were watching on CBS Sports Network, we do have to say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining us. Join us on Paramount Plus. And here we are.
And here we are.
On Paramount Plus. Anything more to add? Now you've got more time.
Nope.
I wanted to add something to Jamie, actually, because if you look at it, it's true what he says. You need to understand what's happening in the game and the moment of the game. But we saw Tottenham getting done like that. We saw Thibaut Courtois with Petach nearly done like that. We've seen a lot of teams getting done by trying to play from last night. to tonight. So team that were ahead, team that were behind. What do you think that is, that they all do it?
It's the way that the modern game has gone. You need a goalkeeper who plays. That's what we see from the teams at the top level. But the one last night from the Tottenham goalkeeper, the frustration I have a little bit with goalkeepers is that, as we've seen tonight with Jorgensen, when you're on your weak foot, or maybe you've been given a bad pass, or the game state, it's decision making. And I think this happens a lot with players, but a lot with goalkeepers, where there's an instruction maybe from the coach, and because the coaches give you an instruction about what he wants, that does not mean that you then have to do that consistently through the game. You're the one on the pitch. You see a different picture than the coach does on the side of the pitch. So you've still got to make decisions with, the idea in mind. Of course, you can't go totally against your coach, but there's certain situations, and last night was a perfect example with the Spurs goalkeeper, where he's made a mistake. We've all been in football where you make a mistake. The next thing you do with that ball, okay, it might be a different decision that you would normally make because of that reason. You might be a little bit more nervous. It's on his left foot. So for me, it comes down to this decision-making as well, but it is what we expect now from goalkeepers, isn't it?
What would you do, though? What would you do in that position?
No, because
coach actually to do that, would you just...
No, you're not going to...
No, I heard someone saying to stop talking.
Well, the reason that you were asked to stop talking is because we're going to go into that in a little bit more detail later in the show, because there have been quite a few incidences. We're going to show you some footage and break it down properly for you. So we just didn't want to overdo it right now. Yeah, exactly. But why don't we talk about the Real Madrid game for a second? Real Madrid with the 3-0 win against Manchester City. Guillem Balaguer was in Madrid for us tonight. He's spoken to the Madrid coach, Alvaro Arbeloa.
Football. What a wonderful thing, isn't it? I don't know, help me explain what happened.
Well, I think we have a plan. We believe in that plan, and the players give everything tonight.
And then Valverde, sorry, you had Bergkamp, Van Basten and Del Piero playing today for you.
Yeah, Fede was incredible. Amazing night for him. He scored 3 goals. He ran like a crazy. So he's one of our captains, one of our leaders. I demand a lot of him, but I'm so happy for him because I think he deserves it, so really proud.
The plan was to be tight at the back. There was a lot of work from him. Was Trent's best friend, wasn't he? Trying to stop Doku. What else was working?
Well, we know Pep was preparing something, some surprise. We knew that. And of course, when I saw Doku and Savinho, I saw really clear his plan, and Fede was key to help Trent with Doku. That is a great winger, really fast, really dangerous. And of course, Manchester City is a great team. You need to be really compact, really narrow, no space for them. And I think we did great.
Good. Well, let's go straight out to Guillem, where he is in Madrid, in the tunnel over there. Because, Guillem, I'm sure you were listening to Thierry earlier when he said that, nobody had really seen this result coming for Real Madrid against Manchester City. Was that kind of the reaction over there?
Absolutely. I think humans generally try to tell a story of what just happened, but sometimes you cannot apply logic. I've seen a half-time Real Madrid fans crying, and it was because it felt like a football miracle. This was not expected, and all of a sudden, somebody who's never scored a hat-trick, scoring 3 goals in the first 45 minutes, looking like the best player in the world right now. When the first 90 minutes, it was all City. They were doing what they were aimed to do, where they prepared, and yet, 1 goal destroyed everything. And then, this is where the magic of the Bernabeu takes place. Basically, the Manchester City players were in shock and could not get over the fact that even though they played well, they conceded the first goal. And Bernardo Silva told us that emotionally the team went down. And that was it. Because when that happens, Real Madrid smells blood. And especially somebody like Valverde, a survivor in football, if you like, left very, very young Montevideo and came to Madrid for only 4 million euros. He was at Castilla, Real Madrid B, and then had to go on loan to Deportivo. Did quite well there, and little by little, he's fighting his way to be one of the best players in the world, or according to Trent Alexander-Arnold, one of the most undervalued players in the world. All those things can only happen at the Santiago Bernabeu, and everybody we talk to, including Ruben Dias as well, they say so. there's something around here that affects positively the local teams and negatively the rivals.
Absolutely. Guillaume, I've been told we can say goodbye to you now. Does that mean, are we saying goodbye to Guillaume for the rest of the night? We are.
Oh,
wow. Like an early finish, Guillaume.
But we're keeping pizza all night.
Oh, they haven't said that. Go and enjoy yourself. Have a nice time in Madrid. See you soon. Good to see you.
See you later, Guillaume.
Bye, bye. Is it cool to see a player like Fede Valverde have a night where he gets to shine like that, Thierry?
It's a different way of shining because he always shines. The only thing is people don't see that type of shine. That's the only issue. People don't see people that run. And I can assure you, when you play and you Trent Alexander-Arnold and someone defends with you, it's easier to defend. It's easier to defend.
I'm sick of Real Madrid, me, honestly.
It's easier to defend. So not only he scored goals, what he did off the ball also, but he always technically shines. Before, he didn't have to overgo because he had the Benzema, because he had all the guys that could do that. So now you allow him to do more. He does more. So that's about it. That's the type of guy that will adapt to any situation. That's a guy that played right back, holding midfielder, left back, under the striker, centre back. Only goalkeeper, he didn't do it. And so you have to give him credit. Like, it doesn't matter you're from Montevideo or 4 million. It doesn't matter. It's what you have here. I keep on saying it. We're going to talk about Bodo. They're just making it normal now to beat teams 3-0 at home. It's because they play with this. And so you have to give him a lot of credit. And not only because he was Bergkamp, he was Thuram, Bergkamp, Makelele, he was everybody.
Henry.
It was everybody.
Why always to City, though? Why always do it City?
Well, have you given up now, Micah? Have you lost hope? Is that over for you, that tie?
No, it's not over yet. If City get an early goal, the only thing is, I think Real Madrid probably score. The Etihad, I think City are going to have to score 4 or 5 goals.
It's not going to be easy, but teams have come back from 3-0 down, haven't they, in the Champions League before?
They have. Well, 4 of them, in fact.
Only 4 times. You were one of them.
I'm thinking of the final.
Yep. All right, everybody, we're going to go to a break. We're going to talk about Bodo, what Thierry was talking about before, the fact that they have such incredible heart and it keeps on bringing out these incredible results for them. 3-0 against Sporting tonight. Another fantastic evening in the Arctic Circle. We'll be back in just a second. Hey, welcome back, everybody. We've had such a good week in the Champions League, but this might be one of the best stories. Bodo Glimt in the first leg of the round of 16, 3-0 against Sporting. They just keep on pulling off those big achievements, Micah.
I did tell you. You should listen to it. I keep telling you, Kate. The only one I've got wrong this couple of days is the Man City result. So I'm allowed one off, no?
Why don't you ever win the brackets?
I did, a couple of years ago.
You need to have some...
But it will be a tougher game, of course it will be, away from home, but a 3-goal lead gives them a great opportunity.
Yeah, it sure does. Let's listen in to their coach, Kjetil Knutsen, who's spoken after the game.
Hiya, Dad.
Feel really well. It's a good result. I think I'm liked how we're playing, especially the Billo play in the first half. They give us a lot of space, and I think we take the space. We find Patrick Berg in central a lot. We have higher numbers when we're attacking into the last attacking third, and so it was a good game for us. The second half, we are too open. We give them too many counter-attacks. So I think we're struggling a little bit more in the second half.
What will be important for the game next week, you think?
It's a new game. It's a different game. I'm just happy to be finished with this one. So I think we need to use some days now. First of all, I think it will be completely another game. Also, the intensity in the game. So first of all, I think it's important to prepare well for it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Somebody should tell Kjetil about the side part. Hey, Jamie, he doesn't know how many years it could take off him.
Exactly, yeah. I think that's what you need to pass on when you go.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, when you get over there. Yeah, pass on.
You don't fancy coming, me and you?
No, not a chance. No.
Let's talk about Arsenal then, because maybe unexpected result in this one. I think Leverkusen were at home against Arsenal. 1-1 was the final score. Arsenal were perfect in the Champions League phase. This is the first time they drop any points, Thierry.
Games away from home in Champions League are always difficult. I said it and I will say it again. I do think that still Arsenal will go through. It will be a different game at the Emirates. I don't think Arsenal were good tonight, but they managed to bring a draw back to the Emirates, and that's one of the things I would say about Arsenal, that back in the days, people were saying that Arsenal cannot win ugly, that they cannot bring a game back or try to, man versus boys, you can't defend the lead, you can't defend anything, you always get bullied. Now Arsenal are pretty good at that, and people are not happy that they're good at that now because they went away from maybe the way we used to play. I'm talking about how they used to play also 3 to 4 years ago. So I said it before, and I will say it again, and we were saying it in a green room. You don't have to like how Arsenal play, but you can surely respect it. You understand what I mean? It's not about, no, but it's not about what you like or what I like.
Oracle again, is that it?
I'm just saying that doesn't mean
you don't have to like it, but you will.
But listen,
it.
I'm not saying that Arsenal will win the Champions League. I'm not saying that Arsenal, and you know where I stand, that are going to win the league. I'm just saying that they were a team that people used to call them on something that it looks like that they couldn't do. Now they master it, and they still didn't go over the line. Hear me well. But now people are complaining that they find a way to win games.
We're all bored.
No, that isn't what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, again, Rosinho likes to play that way. It's not your team. This is my team, actually, when we talk about Arsenal. But is it what I like to see? It's not an issue. Simeone and Jose Mourinho used to be praised for playing a certain way. You don't always have to control the game being in possession. You can control the game in many ways in football. And they did find a way. And yes, again, I repeat, Arsenal were not good today. But they managed to find a way to bring something back home. And again, let's see what's going to happen towards the end of the season if we can celebrate something.
I think
we're far from that.
A really interesting thing here for the Premier League is if City we look like go out, Arsenal, I think, will go through how much of an impact this has on the Premier League. Because I think Arsenal should get to at least the semi-finals. That could have a bearing in the Premier League.
Interesting. Let's take a look at the highlights. Best chance for Arsenal. Let's start with that one. Micah?
Yes.
No, I don't see any chance for Leverkusen.
Agreed.
Well, we've been waiting to speak to Uncle Pete, haven't we? I can take you out to Paris. Let's go. Let's go and speak to Peter.
Dr. Pete, isn't it?
What?
Dr. Pete.
Dr. Phil.
Because he looks after everybody, what he said about the goalkeeper.
Pete, I thought what you said to the keeper was very good.
Dr. Pete.
Yes, I get it now.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Peter, how are you doing? That was an entertaining game you got.
Do you know what? I've had 2 games, one yesterday, one today, 7 goals in both. I mean, what's not to like? Today again, it was kind of for quite a long time. It was quite weird, this game, because it looked like it was so even, that high quality but high pace, but still very even. And it definitely looked like a 2-2 game. And I thought it was going to be 2-2. And then, of course, that mistake by the goalkeeper and went to 3-2. And interestingly enough, the last 4 shots that PSG had off target were all goals. And that's just what PSG did last season as well. Remember, they conceded a lot of chances. Donnarumma saved, incredible saves. And then they went up the other end and scored. So there are some resemblance from last season, and maybe they're on the way to do it again.
We shall see. You know how earlier on, when we spoke to you before the game, you addressed the Tottenham keeper, Antonin Kinski, from last night in a very special way. He's actually put a post up on social that says, "Thanks for messages from dream to nightmare to dream again. See you." I guess that's the kind of mentality that you want to see him showing, isn't it? The fact that he can just look forward and think that it'll get better from here.
Yeah, and remember what I said, so the art of goalkeeping, the reality is you are going to make mistakes. The art of goalkeeping is actually to recover from the mistakes. So, if you look at the 2 mistakes he makes, it's not like they're goalkeeping mistakes in the sense that they've through his legs or things that he was supposed to save. They're actually technical mistakes. You can argue that he probably had the wrong footwear on because he slipped on both of them. But regardless of that, it happens, and you got to literally just put it to one side and then get on with it. Now, what happened to him in the game from the manager's perspective is a different thing, and I think it's only great that myself and David De Gea yesterday and many other goalkeepers are rattling up behind him and supporting him, because it was wrong. You could, you know, goalkeepers, we've seen today, again, goalkeeping mistakes. It happens. And you can't, from a manager's perspective, you can't just hang people out to dry like that, because people's careers, you know, and I just felt that was really, really wrong. So I'm happy he's strong-minded and he believes that he can recover himself.
Yes.
Peter, but a lot of the mistakes, the ones you're talking about as well, have been goalkeepers playing out from the back. And obviously that's come into the game a lot more than when you were playing. I mean, do you think it's actually gone too far what we're asking of goalkeepers now?
I'm not sure if it's too far. It's very effective. What Terry did earlier on, the analysis of Chelsea's play was very, very explanatory. Is that the word? It is. Mm-hmm. And it was very good. And it just shows you, if you can keep your cool and pass it out and get through the...
Can I ask you about Donnarumma's position for Valverde's first goal? Do you think that was a mistake as well?
I won't call that a mistake. Here now, he can catch it, but he moves it away, because I think he probably thinks that he's outside the box, and then of course that's a free kick and a red card, and he wasn't going to risk that.
Peter, we love having you with us, and next week I'm sure you will love having Micah and Jamie with you. You got Micah with you on Tuesday, Jamie with you on Wednesday. Which day of the week are you expecting to prefer?
No, I'm going both days. I mean, I can't choose between them. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to go Thursday. No, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, we will look forward to it too. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you. God bless you. Take care.
See you next week, Pete.
See you next week.
See you. Bye. Okay, with that, we're going to go to a break. We'll be back in a minute. We've still got some more to come for you here on the Champions League post-match show. We'll be back in just a sec. Well, we've got another special night of Champions League action in Norway tonight. This one came against Sporting, and here is how it sounded over in Norway.
Skårer sikker! Peter Ruiz Silva! Nå da! Ja, så kommer nummer 2! Og det Ole Didrik Blomberg! Mitt register Isak Mæther. Jens Petter Hauge til linja! Champions League, altså!
Well, we're here at the big screen for some analysis, but the real show is what happens in the break, and you guys miss out. But we don't think you should. So,
Good, Jamie. Good, Jamie. Do you think that? It's your birthday. Do a lot. Hey, yes. Love it.
It's a robot, but not.
It's a robot without batteries. Let's go to my analysis. It's a robot without batteries. Let's go.
Yeah, Thierry wants enough of that. Thierry wants to get to the analysis. We're going to look at Real Madrid's first goal, Valverde.
Yes, and it was designed properly by design, well designed. I repeat again, look at how low the fullbacks are to make sure that they can have a little impact on the wingers. And then they set up a box inside, and I will explain. You can see here, Gay is asking who is taking him. Now, there's something very unusual before we play. Wide. Now we have the goalkeeper on the ball, Thibaut Courtois. You're going to see, he's going to come all the way here with the ball and look at who is going to jump where. If he jumps here, he will play on that side. If he jumps here, he will play on that side. We all know that you cannot be offside living from the halfway line. That's by design. You rarely see a team setting up in the 4 low, box 2 high and wide. They did it on purpose because I coach this guy, he can reach. And exactly what they worked on worked. Play. So I explained that one to you. He's attracted by Brahim Diaz. He's daydreaming. Now that's the plan. Side of the centre-back that left his position. And we all know what happened, and that Valverde, sorry, punished them.
Jamie, what have you got for us? You've got analysis too.
Well, it comes on from Thierry's analysis before the game in Chelsea with the goalkeeper. He was highlighting Sanchez this time. The other goalkeeper was in Jorgensen. And they got great joy from it in the first half. And up until he made the mistake, that's one of the reasons why Chelsea were playing so well. But as we run around, we can see his position. See, he's outside of the box, and when he gets the ball, he almost becomes like a third centre-back, if you like. But he's on his right foot. But again, playing centrally, Cole Palmer, I think, loses the ball here. So when you play centrally, as Chelsea and Rosenior like to do, and the opposition know that you like to do, again, look, high out of the box, plays a really good pass. Chelsea are actually quite fortunate to get away there with the challenge. But then they go forward, a great attack. So he was part of a lot of good play from Chelsea throughout a lot of the game, and that's what he wants from his goalkeepers. But you've got to remember the two passes, and the good passes, were central, but they were on his right foot. He's now in a situation where, don't forget, it's 2-2. He can go left, he can go right, but no, there's an obsession with going through the centre. Now he is on his left foot. He's not on his right foot. So he's going to be weaker on that pass. He can't punch it in as hard. So is he trying to play into central midfield, or is he actually waiting for Cole Palmer here, down here, who's checking his shoulders? He's just running on from here. Now, it's just so narrow to try and get it between players there. Really poor decision. Listen, fantastic finish, but that is a huge mistake. And when you're on your weak foot and it's 2-2, you have to make a different decision. And he's very lucky here again. Where does he go again? Central, where PSG know Chelsea are going to play, and they get away with one there. That, as I said, it was just offside there. But Thierry mentioned it before the game, and you can see it. It's evident in every game that Chelsea play.
And we heard Jamie ask Peter before, are we asking too much from keepers? What's your opinion on this whole thing? Are keepers doing too much?
Again, that's what the coach is asking. And as Jamie said, sometimes you can control your own destiny when you're on the ball. But you can see, and you saw it yesterday, so many times. I mean, when the mistake happened, you saw Igor Tudor went up and he went, calm, play again. So, yes, you can think outside of the box. You can make sure that you don't obey to what your coach is saying, but to the risk of maybe sometime not playing because you're not doing what he wants. So that's how it is.
Sorry, I think that there's a big difference, because what sometimes happens, and I hate when I see pundits do this, a keeper will make a mistake like that, and people will say, oh, you shouldn't play from the back, you should kick everything. That's just nonsense. It's not. But there's certain decisions at certain times, so we know goalkeepers play from the back. So say he had to give the ball away on his right foot, I'd say that was a mistake. And I think that the manager would go, OK, that's on me, that's a mistake. I think there's a difference between a mistake and a poor decision. I'd be more furious with a poor decision. Anybody can make a bad pass, but the left foot one is not, for me, a bad pass as such. It's a bad decision to try that pass with your left foot. Yeah, there's a difference.
Sense. I get it. I didn't catch what other analysis you've got, sorry, but you've got another piece of analysis.
It's what we saw yesterday. It's exactly the same as what Paris Saint-Germain did, which, by the way, wasn't costly. But who knows? You consider the goal that could have avoided just by talking. People always talk about muscle, about being fast and whatever. You need to be fast here. That's the most important thing in any sport. Think before you do anything. And this one, as you're going to see here, that's when the issue is going to happen. Play it. We're going to highlight, obviously, Nuno Mendes here, Cole Palmer. And Nuno Mendes is going to find himself in a situation where you don't want to be. So he has to follow Cole Palmer now, because if Cole Palmer's turn, he can go to goal. So now your left back is in the right back position. Okay, there's no problem here. There's no issue. Still no issue. Okay, ball goes out. At that particular moment, you always been in that situation. You go back to your position. Okay, there's still no issue. Pause. First, you don't give your back to the game. Never. You just don't give your back to the game. You just don't do that. But there's still no issue. At that particular moment, Pacho is your eyes. So you tell Nuno Mendes, stay with Cole Palmer. I will go to your position as a left back for a tiny bit. 2 seconds, 3 seconds, maybe 4 seconds. And look at what's going to happen. Don't play it. It's going to overwork. Instead of talking, well, he would have saved a goal. Now, Barcola here thinks that his left back is in his position. That will be covered. And who sees the danger and smells it? The guy again that sees. Malo Gusto. and look what is going to happen. Him trying to overcompensate. If you stay in your position, sometimes in football, the best move is not to move. Talk. Have a look. Look at him coming. Play. Look at him coming. Why are you coming, therefore? Stay there. Look at the run now. Goal. Just by not talking. And that's about it. The best mood sometimes in football is not to move. You can talk, communicate.
It's a good life lesson too, isn't it? We should all communicate.
Yes.
Anyway, it's been a anyhow.
Anyhow.
It's been a good week. Next week, you guys are leaving us one day each.
God for
Clint
that.
Dempsey
Why?
is coming into
I wanna get out
town.
of the studio, mate.
Team are back.
I feel like you're holding me back in here. I need to spread my wings.
Oh, excuse us.
Your suit used to hold you back and now not anymore.
Oh, yes. No more Hercules.
No, you went
Hercules,
from Sherman Clump to Body Love.
Body Love now, huh?
Yes, you are. In fact, have we got a picture side by side of what we're talking about here?
Really?
What, Sherman Clump? What have we got? I don't know.
What is it?
Before and after. Big Meeks, Slim Meeks. Big Meeks, Slim Meeks. Have we got a Micah side by... Oh! Look at him. Slim
Micah,
and
look at
trim. He had his coat on under the shirt. That's not fair.
Oh, my
Looking good,
God.
Micah.
I'm disappointed in you lot, though. You didn't tell me. Oh, you had a conversation with me saying... You know what he did? He come up to me. I don't know. Where was we? He was out for dinner or something.
Where was the invite?
He just went like this.
Oh, didn't have to
Gave
say.
you the pinch.
Hey,
What did he say?
You need to stop, eh?
Hey, sometimes
What did I
you
say?
need
No
to stand
sugar.
still.
No sugar. And look at me now. Lean, mean, fight
What, are you
machine.
That's
doing
what
no
good
sugar?
friends do. You tell the truth to your man. Okay, thank you.
Are you eating no sugar?
No sugar at the moment?
Oh, wow.
Well, at least when Thierry's not looking.
All right, everybody, we will see you for the second legs next week. Jamie, I think you should robo us out of here. Go on.
Go on, Jerry.
Good night, everybody.
Someone
Have a
has
good
some
one.
batteries for him.